Diamonds are a great symbol of love. And so it comes as no surprise that couples spend thousands and in some cases millions of dollars to purchase these precious stones to better express their love and affection for one another. However, how many of these couples can truly say they know the legitimacy of their stone? How many can say that no children, women, or men lost their lives, limbs, or loved ones for the sake of these diamonds? The issue of conflict diamonds first came to the public eye in the late 1990s when rebels in Sierra Leone rose up against their own government. Their efforts were fueled by the illegal diamond trade in which innocent men, women, and children were forced either to fight in the war or mine for these stones. With free labor and the high demand for diamonds, the rebels were able to make great profit and turn that profit into guns, bullets, and any other artillery they needed to fight their war. It did not take long before major diamond companies such as De Beers of Belgium got involved with the rebels and the cheap diamonds they were exporting. Rough diamonds, which would regularly go for hundreds of thousands of dollars, could be bought for a fraction of the price from these desperate rebels and then resold for 10 times the amount. Although they have denied any ties to the diamond smugglers, it is estimated that between 1990 and the year 2000, De Beers was responsible for buying and or smuggling 2/3 of all conflict diamonds coming out of Africa. Soon after the very first diamond transaction was made, neighboring countries also had got word of the illegal diamond trade and the fast cash that came with it. Countries like Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and South Africa also got caught up in the illegal diamond trades. The greatest weapon that all of these rebels had was not their guns or bullets, but rather the fear they instilled in the people they were oppressing. Rebels began amputating the limbs of disobedient and so-called lazy miners, and in some cases, even the limbs of their wives and children. This horrifying practice is an all too familiar one in the dark history of colonial Africa. Altogether, this terror lasted for about 10 years, and it saw the loss of 3.7 million lives and many more lives that still stand unaccounted for. It is also estimated that between 1990 and the year 2000, illegal diamonds brought in a staggering $3.5 billion in annual profits to the already overly rich diamond industry. It is mind-boggling that African nations that are so rich in natural resources cannot ever seem to profit and prosper from these goods. Finally, in 2000, the United Nations brought forth a zero-tolerance act against any nations involved with the conflict diamonds. 3 years later, by 2003, a total of 74 nations assembled in Canada to meet on the issue of conflict diamonds. All nations later accepted and put into effect the Kimberley Process. The Kimberley Process made it illegal for any nations to import, export, and or even deal with any smugglers dealing with conflict diamonds. As a result, the Kimberley Process has been the major step forward in the efforts against conflict diamonds. Through the Kimberley Process, it is estimated that since 2003, the diamond industry is now up from 96% to 99% conflict-free. Nonetheless, for me, and I hope for you as well, this 1% is still 1% too many. As consumers, we have a great say in what is ultimately produced, so think before you purchase, for it might be costing somebody their life.